All right.
All right, call to order. Time is now 7:11 p.m. on September 10th, 2025. Microphone.
Yes, please.
Oh my God, you guys are high maintenance too. All right. Start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Yes, sir. Clerk Commissioner Hodgkins?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kashem?
Yes.
Mayor Jacobs?
Yes.
Commissioner Mohammed? Yes. Acting Clerk Commissioner Morrison?
Yes.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Additions, deletions, and withdrawals to the agenda?
May I make one comment, Mayor, on that item?
Sure.
On item 7.10 regarding the compensation and class study, at your workshop that was presented as a motion, the clerk's office prepared a resolution that we worked with them on that item. So it's the same item, there's been no substantive change, but there's now a resolution which is consistent with the commission's discussion at the workshop.
Okay, so we're just gonna move
Same,
it.
same item on consent, just it's in the form of a resolution as opposed to a motion.
Okay.
Thank you, Mayor.
Anything else? Anyone? Anyone?
No, no
All right.
change.
Motion to adopt the consent agenda?
What's that?
Motion to adopt the consent agenda?
I'll get there. We got proclamations first.
You can do this in less
Patience.
than an hour.
5.1 proclamations, National Diaper Need Awareness Week. Apparently, this does include the president. 5.2. What do we have
Mr.
here?
Chairman, I had a
Yes.
comment on 5.1.
Okay, go ahead.
Mark Twain told us that that politicians and diapers have a lot in common. Both should be changed frequently and usually for the same reason.
Absolutely. All right, 5.2. Commendation, Mr. Alvin Pollock. Come forward. Police Chief.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners.
Second, you just started. We're getting a commendation already?
That's exactly what I said, sir.
All right.
But anyway, we're here tonight to commend Officer Alvin Pollock for his diligence and duty. On August 10th, Officer Pollock was conducting a business check at the Polo Club when he was notified of a vehicle burglary at the Domino's Pizza located in West Park. He then canvassed the area when he was flagged down by an agitated black male who stayed at the Polo Club. Officer Pollock notified dispatch and requested BSO response since the crime occurred in their jurisdiction. While conducting an area search, he was notified of a physical altercation between the black male, victim of the vehicle burglary, as well as security staff. He was able to get them broken up, at which time the black male ran back across the street to the trunk of his vehicle and retrieved an AK-style rifle and went back towards the Polo Club.
Oh, boy.
Officer Pollock used his vehicle to intercept the black male and began giving him commands to stop, at which time he did and returned to his vehicle and placed the weapon back in the trunk. He remained stationary, the vehicle, until other officers arrived. The black male was then detained for officer safety, and BSO responded to the scene, at which time they took him into custody for an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Officer Pollock's quick thinking and verbal de-escalation techniques led to the suspect's compliance, thereby controlling the scene without further incidents. His actions undoubtedly prevented a tragic situation. Officer Pollock is hereby presented with a certificate of commendation for his actions and his quick response to the incident that occurred. Officer Pollock, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Chief.
If we could get his family to come up, we could all get a picture together.
Absolutely.
Pollock, I would appreciate that. I'm sorry. That goes with that as well.
You never miss a.
You know, I don't think we'd have a Rookie of the Year program, but somebody can try and.
On the back of it.
Jason? John?
One.
So that was the crazy thing?
Yeah, we did need minutes. You can get one down at Big Al's.
Big Al.
Yep, go down to Big Al's or Pembroke Park Gun Club.
I mean, it puts a lot. Let's do that.
All right, 6, public comments related to the agenda items, good and welfare. Come on up, Mr. Roach.
David,
See you, by the way. I was here last week. Come on.
We know where to find you if need be.
Exactly. Anyway, item 11.1, and it's your compensation. And they talked about it last time in the meeting, and we're talking about between $60,000 and $70,000 a year, and cost of living. I did notice on TV that City of Hollywood having a hard time with theirs, and they were trying to get $70,000 for their commissioners. They have a city population of 150,000 people. We have a city population of 7,000. And for us to expect, with less department, less people, less overhead and everything else, for us to have to spend as citizens for your salary, $70,000, that's a little excessive, I think. That's just my own opinion. Now, cost of living, I can understand. And I would go along with cost of living. But I think it's just a little excessive. And like I said, Hollywood's having a hard time, and they've got a big population and everything else. So something for you to consider when you get to item 11.1. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Roach. Anyone else from the public? Do you have anyone else from the public? All right. Number 7, consent agenda. I will entertain a motion to adopt the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to adopt the consent agenda.
second.
You just took that away from her. She's going to be mad at you.
Acting,
call.
oh, sorry. Acting Clerk Commissioner Morissette,
Yes.
Commissioner Mohammed,
Yes.
Clerk Commissioner Hodgkins,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kashem,
Yes.
Mayor Jacobs.
Yes.
Motion carries.
9, public hearing. 9.1, consideration and approval of adopting an inventory list of all real property owned by the town and whether said properties are appropriate and affordable for affordable housing as per live local requirements. Planning, Mike V. Resolution number 2025-042.
Mayor, just for the record, thank you again. For the record, Resolution 2025-042, a resolution of the Town Commission of the Town of Pembroke Park, Florida, adopting an inventory list of all real property owned by the Town of Pembroke Park and whether said property is appropriate for affordable housing. List is attached to Exhibit A. Provided for conflicts, severability, providing for an effective date. And this is a public hearing, Mayor, and you have a presentation by your planning consultant.
Yes, Mayor Commissioners, Mike Vondermeulen, your town planner. This is a requirement from the state of Florida, part of the Live Local Act. Our office compiled the list of properties, and out of all of the properties owned by the town of Pembroke Park, there are 2 parcels that could be used for affordable housing. They're actually located in one of the townhouse projects just to the west of City Hall. The Live Local Act also requires this to be held as a public hearing before adopting the resolution. And then we'll go ahead and place this inventory list on the town's website.
Okay. I'll open this up for public hearing. Mr. Roach? You get called out by name around here, so, all right. We'll close public hearing. I will, discussion?
No.
I'll entertain a motion to adopt resolution 2025-042.
Motion to approve.
Can you speak into the mic?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Mohammed,
Yes.
Clerk Commissioner Hodgkins,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kashem,
Yes.
Acting Clerk Commissioner Morissette,
Yes.
Mayor Jacobs.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right. 10.1, this will be ordinance's second reading. consideration and to approve ordinance amending all Article 3, Division 6, M1 Industrial District of Town Code, Town Planning Consultant, Michael V. This will be file number 25Z03, request M1 text amendment, ordinance number 2025-004.
Mayor, Commission, thank you. For the record, the item is an ordinance of the Town of Pembroke Park, Florida, amending Chapter 28 of the town's Code of Ordinances entitled Zoning, specifically amending Article 3, Division 6, entitled the M1 Industrial District, amending Section 28-211 entitled Intent and Definitions, amending Section 21-211.5 entitled Permitted Uses, and amending Section 28-218 entitled Special Amendment to the N1 Industrial Zoning District to allow for certain large retail uses within the district, providing for codification, providing for conflict, severability, providing for an effective date. This is a second reading and a public hearing. There have been no changes between first and second reading, Mayor and Commission.
Any discussion?
No.
Open it up for the public, public comment. He's throwing his hands in the air, so that's a no. No. All right, I'll entertain a motion to adopt ordinance 2025-004.
So moved.
Seconded.
Oh, they're lazy.
Roll call?
Mayor Jacobs?
Yes?
Acting Clerk Commissioner Morissette?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kashem?
Yes.
Clerk Commissioner Hodgkins?
Yes.
Commissioner Mohammed? Yes. Motion carries.
Thank you, sir. 10.2, discussion and possible action on tax abatement referendum, Town Manager Lynch, ordinance number 2025-005. Town Attorney?
Thank you, Mayor Commission. For the record, an ordinance to the Town of Pembroke Park, Florida, submitting to referendum an economic development incentive ad valorem tax exemption, creating an economic development ad valorem tax exemption program for the Town of Pembroke Park, providing for jurisdiction, providing for purpose and intent, providing for definitions, establishing an application process and procedure, providing for eligibility, providing for continuation and revocation of the program, providing that this ordinance, when adopted, shall be submitted to the qualified electors of the Town of Pembroke Park on November 3rd, 2026 election ballot, shall become effective as provided by law, providing for advertising in the referendum election, providing for conflicts, providing for severability, codification, and providing for an effective date on the table for your consideration.
Town Manager?
This is a public hearing as well, Mayor, yes.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Anything you want to add?
I made a presentation regarding this at the workshop, so I'm not going to follow through with any other remarks other than that we'll let the voters see if you can be empowered at a future date.
Yeah, no change between first and second reading.
Open it for public comment? No comment. All right. Public comment is closed. Discussion.
I just have one question. So are we going to be taking these items on a case-by-case basis, and will it be coming before the commission when someone does ask for the tax exemption?
Yes, as a matter of fact, that's a statutory requirement.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
I also just want to state again for the record, Mayor, and I mentioned this at the workshop, and I believe at first reading, the ballot question and the ballot title are concluded in the ordinance. This is one of those few instances where the language for the ballot is provided directly by the Florida statutes. So it's taken verbatim out of state law. Our office had no hand in the actual drafting of the ballot question.
All right. I'll entertain a motion to adopt ordinance 2025-005.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
What?
Oh,
Am I late again?
No, I second it. As soon
No,
as
you got it right. You got it on time. All right. Roll call.
Vice Mayor Kashem?
yes.
Clerk Commissioner Hodgkins?
Yes.
Mayor Jacobs?
Yes.
Commissioner Mohammed?
Yes.
Acting Clerk Commissioner Morissette?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right. 11, ordinances, first reading. Ordinance 11.1, consideration and approval of the ordinance providing for adjustment to the Commissioner Compensation Cost of Living Adjustment COLA. Town Manager Lynch, ordinance number 2025-006. Town Attorney.
Thank you, Mayor. If I might, the item is an ordinance of the Town of Pembroke Park, Florida, amending Chapter 2 of the town's Code of Ordinances entitled Administration by specifically amending Article 2, Division 2 entitled Compensation, amending Section 2-21 entitled Town Commission Compensation, providing for an adjustment to the town's commission compensation and an annual cost of living adjustment in accordance with the Consumer Price Index, providing for codification, providing for conflicts, providing for severability, providing for an effective date for your consideration.
Town Manager Lynch, you have anything else you'd like to add?
I don't know if it's appropriate at this time whether there can be an amendment before it goes forward. There's a clause in the ordinance that indicates the annual adjustment would be based on the Consumer Price Index. I would like to substitute the language cost of living allowance that otherwise applies to the rest of the workforce here. I only say that because I would like that to be consistent with what's happening with the rest of the workforce instead of the CPI. So I don't know if we
Yeah,
can.
I don't have any legal objection. If that's the will of the commission, we can make that change between first and second reading.
Okay.
Okay, that was all I had. I presume there's gonna be more discussion at the time of the second reading, so I did have some remarks. I'll save until that time.
So do you want the motion? to
Public
read
comment or as stated?
PI amendment?
Perfect.
If there is consensus, we will incorporate the manager's comment, bring it back as revised on second reading, and I'd ask to just be approved as amended on first reading.
Okay.
Then we can't vote for it now.
Well, you could approve it on first reading this evening. It will come back on second reading. for
Come back, it will be
for final
amended.
adoption.
Or approve it as amended.
When you see it on second reading, it will include the manager's recommendation unless there is objection. It sounds like there's no objection.
We'll have some discussion here. Discussion. Why are you looking at me? Why is everyone looking at me?
Well,
And discussion? Okay. Because I was.
well, is it too late to suggest that we look at what would have the COLA adjustment have been if we've been adjusted since the commission started 3 years ago?
I can do some research in that regard, but that's, you're gonna take all
Instead
those
of
3 years
making a big,
cumulatively.
instead of
Yeah.
making a big jump in our salary.
Well, I'm gonna jump in and because this is not. I'm the one who brought our salary up to 52 last time, and so I did a ton of research last time, and I did the same thing. I had a long conversation with the town manager over this as well, and when I was pulling everything together from Broward County, putting all the commission together, it actually came out to 72 to 75 is where it was the appropriate salary range of what it should be for what we do, as we're a different form of government than a strong mayor or a strong manager. It actually came out to a little higher than Ashura recommended. We had a discussion. We had a very healthy debate back and forth over this, and it's still under what it should be, which is.
You're saying if it was COLA regulated since the $52,000 was implemented, that's
Yeah, I know what you're trying to ask.
6 years ago?
That was
Five.
5 years ago. So
So if you put
hold on, let me-
52,000 and put
hold on,
COLA
hold
on
on.
top,
Let me
what
do
would
the
that
quick
be?
math on it.
I don't know what that number would be, but based on where the inflation rate was in 22, 23, and 24, I suspect it'd be where you are about to go, or perhaps even higher, based on what the mayor was saying.
Hold on. Do the math. Hold on.
Can I?
So this
Butt
is a
in while you're doing the math.
this is a
Okay.
retro COLA adjustment of what this.
Yeah, but going forward.
No, this is just moving forward. This is not going backwards. So basically, I'm also going to say that
No, what
this
do you
is
mean,
this
justify?
number was not like a willy-nilly number that we pulled out of, well, that I pulled out of the sky when I said this. I did ask our HR director to look at the other cities as well, and also to try to make us be comparable with the other cities, because of the fact that they do other things, like there's the car allowance, there's the clothing allowance, there's the events allowance. All of those things add up. So instead of sitting here piecemealing it, where we had an itemized amount of individual things, I just did it as one lump sum for us, so that, instead of doing individual things where we'd have to sit here and get separate checks and separate accounting for. So I did it based on cities like Tamarack, cities like Hollywood. Tamarack is already at 80. So it's not something that we're just going outside of the box on. We're still in line with what the other cities are doing. And if you want, you can see the numbers that Brad did, because Brad did do a spreadsheet a while back when I first asked him to look into this.
Times 0.05. I'm almost done. You're pretty close.
Okay.
31,60131.
I agree with that as well, because I know that when I was doing the math on all this stuff, I realized that my income actually dropped $8,000 or $9,000 just during the COVID area from that time period, and it kept just never got back up on its feet. It just stayed there, so it was like stagnated.
All right. So to answer your question, more set. It's 66,366.63 is what it would come to. So 66,366.63, if the COLA was in place when we went forward from that year. So it's right on par with where we're at, so.
It's a rounding.
Yeah. So, and like I said, doing all the research and math, it was 72 to 75,000 and putting it all together. So it wasn't, I'm going to say, I don't believe you just pulled a random number. I think you did everything that you said you did, because everything that I pulled, and I spent some time on it, and talking with the manager to put it together. So it's not far-fetched where it's at, so. Any other discussion? I'll entertain a motion to adopt ordinance number 2025-006.
I made the motion.
And if I may, just for the record, that would be with the manager's amendments.
I apologize, yes, with the
Thank you.
manager's amendment,
I'll second.
as stated.
Thank you.
Roll call.
Clerk Commissioner Hodgkins,
Yes.
Mayor Jacobs,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kashim,
Yes.
Commissioner Mohammed,
Yes.
Acting Clerk Commissioner Morissette.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right. 11.2, consideration and approval of ordinance to authorize the town manager and finance director to be included as authorized signatories. Town Manager Lynch, ordinance number 2025-007. Town Attorney.
Thank you, Mayor. Commission, for the record, the item is an ordinance of the Town of Pembroke Park, Florida, amending Chapter 24 of the town's Code of Ordinances entitled Taxation and Finance by specifically amending Article 3 entitled Finance, amending Section 24-102 entitled Disbursement by Check Only, authorizations to sign checks, transfer funds, providing for the town manager and the town finance director to be included as authorized signatories for town checks, providing for codification, providing for conflict, severability, and providing for an effective date.
I do have some comments. I'll open it up for public comment. He says none. We'll close public comment. This is another one that the town manager and I had long discussions going back and forth over on this. And we have accountability up here as commissioners, and we have duties and responsibilities. As you guys are aware, the vice mayor position holds the responsibility of finance. So that said, I believe one commissioner has to sign the checks and review the checks. It cannot just be staff. I hate to throw a wrench in this ordinance as we're at this point, but it has to be one commissioner and one staff, or the manager on the checks. And seeing how the vice mayor position is responsible for the checks, it would fall on Mosfika for that position. So, being the signer on the checks. So,
Could it be that she could just review them and then whoever's authorized can sign them?
no, it will have to have accountability up here. And until the finance department of the inspector general comes at you, you'll never know the hell they bring with them. So, and the financial cost that comes with it. So, we are responsible as commissioners of this town. This is a commission form of government. So you are responsible for this money as well. So it needs to at least have one representative from up here, one of us up here. If she's unable to sign, she can designate a designee for signing, but she'll have to review the finances and sign off on the checks. So that way there's one person doing that. One commissioner.
Until today, wasn't it Hodgkins who did that? It wasn't you who did it?
Okay, so,
We're staffing everything with my name.
well, that was the issue
That
that
was
I
the
was
issue.
having, was because I was assuming that you guys were checking it because I hadn't been getting it, but for my X number of years on this dais,
Right.
we've always had the commissioners reviewing and signing. And so I still think that that's very important for us, because at the end of the day, we are responsible and accountable for that money. So I think that we should still keep one signature line for someone on this dais, whether any one of us, but as long as it's one of us reviewing it. We've always had those checks and balances in place where we reviewed to see what money's going out.
Did
And-
you used to sign them?
I used to actually physically sign the checks
I used to
every week.
physically as well.
We did it for many years, but they went to a digital signature sometime over the last 2 years, which I was not part of. So,
I wasn't either.
but
Not that I knew of.
right. But
Yeah.
the point being is the last OIG investigation. I will tell you, I sat with my attorney, with the OIG, and my attorney, who is a previous mayor as well, explained to him that we are not aware of every financial expense that goes through in the town. and they frankly said they don't care. You are the commissioner, you're responsible, you should be. So even if things are done behind your back, you're still accountable for it. So, so in this case, it at least makes one, the commission accountable on signing the checks with one signature. So I think amending this ordinance to include the manager and the vice mayor, as the vice mayor is responsible for finance.
If I may, just one point of clarification. So the ordinance currently provides that all funds shall be only distributed by check, which shall be signed by the mayor or vice mayor and countersigned by the clerk, commissioner, or acting clerk commissioner. The amendment that's proposed would add the manager and the finance director
Okay.
in addition to the other members of the town commission.
So it would have to be.
At least one member of the commission.
Yes,
In addition to, you give the manager and the finance director that authority.
fine, yes.
But at least one member of the commission would need to sign off.
Yes.
That would be the amendment.
Yes. And seeing how, again, the vice mayor position is responsible for the town finance, they should be, or the vice mayor should be responsible, being the key signer for the checks. So,
But she can designate to any of us if she's unavailable.
yeah. The
Because
ordinance,
we've always had the mayor, vice mayor on the top, and one of the three
one of the
on
three
three on the
commissioners on the
bottom.
bottom is the way we've
So-
always done it.
So I just want to make sure that we keep, well,
For what you're saying, it's already there.
Well, the ordinance, the amendment that's before you would add the manager and the finance director.
We're adding those two to it.
But what I'm hearing is we would add some clarities that it can't be just the manager and the finance director.
Yes.
Yes.
At least one member of the commission
I
would
see.
also need to sign checks.
I got you.
so then you, let me.
Are we all on the same page here?
Yeah, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's fine.
One, so the clarification is,
Second, who's going to be?
Wait.
it's any of us.
There yet.
It's-
Go ahead.
Okay,
Say what
so
you're
the
saying.
clarification is that the top line is reserved for one of the 5 members on the commission, but you're being the first choice as vice mayor, but then it rolls down to us if she's unavailable to do it.
Any commissioner
So any commissioner,
can
yeah.
sign
Yeah,
it.
and that's the operational side.
Yeah.
The checks can be prepared that way. The ordinance would simply require one member of the commission.
Yeah.
And, well, I should say either 2 members of the commission or a member of the commission and the manager
Yes.
and the finance director.
Yes, exactly.
Got it.
All right. We're all on the same page?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve ordinance number 2025-007 as amended.
I make the motion.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Acting Clerk Commissioner Morissette,
Yes.
Commissioner Mohammed,
Yes.
Mayor Jacobs,
Yes.
Clerk Commissioner Hodgkins.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kashem.
Yes.
Motion carries.
I didn't want it.
This is a little added.
All right, new business, consideration and approval of the contracts with All County Paving for roadway and facility pavement improvements, Public Services Director Odoms. Oh, yeah, you're on point today, buddy. Mm-hmm. Come on up.
Forgot to do a
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Commission, Jeff Odoms, Public Service Director. So this item is being brought forward.
Slide on, Jeff.
Is it on? I believe it is.
It's very
Yeah, speak
direct,
louder.
Oh,
Thank you.
my
very
apologies.
directional.
My apologies. Through the manager, we've been discussing the need for some roadway improvements and repairs around the town. And the item before you this evening is reflective of a scope of work that was developed and brought forward by our team for some specific roadways to perform some specific repairs. Some of the repairs are to this particular parking area in the front and back of the town hall, which is on the list. I believe 36.
I'll help you out. 52nd Avenue for
Thank you.
$42,000.
Apologies.
36th Court and 48th Avenue for $29,926.15. Carolina Street and 25th, $75,977. South Park Road, $117,999.25. And Pembroke Park Town Hall, $9,997. Total expenditures for this project is $276,486.10, rounded to not to exceed amount of $276,500.
I have questions.
a contract with the city of Hollandale Beach, which is developed by the 2023 by RFP, is being used as a piggyback opportunity. The contract was reviewed and vetted and approved by the town attorney on August 27, 2025. Utilization of the contracts through the piggyback process often allows for services to be obtained at better pricing due to the contract being initiated in years prior. Approval of this, tongue-tied. Approval of this item will allow the town to proceed with all county paving to complete the listed projects under the piggyback agreement.
Yes, sir. So one of the things that I wanted to make sure to be clear, I asked for the quote to be broken up in the manner that it was so that the work can be proceeded upon in an incremental fashion. And why is that? Because I wanted to ensure that one, the work got done in a manner that we were happy with before all of the work was done, reflective of what they put in the quote, and other projects are to possibly impact some of the areas. So the work will be spaced out in a timing fashion. What does that mean? For example, South Park Road, I'll use that one for example. South Park Road from Pembroke all the way down to Hollandale Beach has a lot of defects and deficiencies within that corridor right now. There is a project on tap for that area, but it's about 2 to 2.5 years out. The reason we're doing the work now is to facilitate some assistance to the residents and businesses along that corridor for a better travel opportunity until that other project comes into fruition. Similarly, with 52nd, when I went through with the contractor, we drove to town and we looked at it and we thought that we did not need to mill and resurface 52nd. It's in pretty fairly good condition. But one thing we did note is that the markings were faded and pretty much non-visible. So what part of the scope for 52nd is to refresh the aesthetics and make it a little bit more, if you will, visual, the markings on 52nd, along with some of the potholes that I've noted down near County Line. All of those things would be taken care of with the quote you see for 52nd, so forth and so on along the list. That is why the work is broken up in the manner that it is. And for the Carolina is going to be paused in the sense for this project for one reason, John P. Lyons is probably going to happen first, but that scope of work does not mill and resurface the entirety of Carolina. This would, but I am looking to see that project happen first and then have them finish by milling and resurfacing the entire Carolina.
So what you're saying is you put a strategic plan together on how we're going to do things so we're not tearing up a road that we just repaired.
Absolutely, and if we want to put a timeline,
Many times over
I'll
again.
put a timeline to it, but I just didn't want to have to wait to have the opportunity to see some improvements along the roads, but at the same time, try to space it so that we don't, as you say, sir, end up tearing up something 6 months after we repaired it.
And not only that, we get to see the contractor's work before we proceed forward to another obligation with them.
Absolutely.
To make sure that it's 100% our qualified.
Absolutely.
The way we want it. So.
Absolutely.
We also need to synchronize this with the EPA work on Carolina.
Yes.
Because they're
We talked
going to
about
do a lot of digging over there.
We talked about that earlier. Yes, sir, you're correct.
Go ahead. Hold on. Someone's being impatient on the end. Go ahead.
I have several questions for you. Okay, so the first one is, I know I looked at this and I saw that, so I saw that 52nd Avenue was being done. Is that going to fix the pothole dip with this 1-inch milling, or like explain what's supposed to happen for 52nd? I want to go through the three on the west side just because those are the ones that I have the questions on. Yes, and then, because I know, like, I can't remember which one it was I saw, but one of them was just like theraplaning, and I'm like, okay, that's paint. Our guys paint ourselves, so why were, like, there was something for, like, I think $42,000 for just paint, for the yellow thermoplaning.
The thermoplastic paint, the thermoplastic?
Yes.
That's not something we do, ma'am, in-house. That's not the type of work that we would be doing here as a team in Public Works. I beg your pardon?
I said, we've been doing it all these years.
I would not like to believe that, but I will find out if that is accurate, because Those roadways have to be done by Broward County standards, and there is a level of expertise and certification that goes into that process. I will look into your question, and I will let you know what I find.
Okay, on the
But that's not
thermoplanning,
something-
but also on the sinkhole.
Yes, that's going to be Southeastern Engineering. I have a purchase order with them for about $3,000 to investigate that next week. That's supposed to open up and give me an idea what's happening there, and then they're going to let me know what we
Oh,
need
you
to
mean
do
the
to
crack
fix it.
that's under there that we knew about that we paid?
Did the contractor already agree to fix that?
Paid $80,000 for last year?
Not yet.
Lane?
Not yet.
He hasn't agreed to fix it yet?
Well, we're waiting to see what Jeff finds out
Okay.
next week.
Yes, so Southeastern, excuse me, I always get Southeastern and Southern Underground.
Me too.
Southeastern is the company that I've asked to come in to investigate what's going on with the dip in the road, and they're supposed to be here next week. That's
The
scheduled.
pipe
that I've
needs to
looked at.
replace. That's what's
Correct.
going on, is there's a leak in
And
the
that's
pipe
fine.
that's broken that keeps cracking and it keeps flooding underneath and it's causing it to sink.
That's fine. We'll, what I'm saying is we'll get that answer,
Okay.
and then I'll move to make whatever repairs necessary.
So then you'll be
Part of
changing
that.
this one for the $42,000 because we know it's going to cost more, or you're going to still go ahead and do that and we're going to bypass the sink area?
Right now, I'm not going to have them work on 52nd first until we
Okay.
deal with this issue. They can start on other areas, meaning all county. So all county can work.
End of the schedule.
They can work towards the end of the schedule once we find out exactly what's going on with 52nd.
Okay.
Then we'll deal with the repair, and then we can go ahead and have them go ahead and do their portion of the work after that.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, and hopefully Carfax isn't listening. What are we doing regarding the fact that it keeps flooding on 52nd and my car keeps stalling out because it keeps getting wet on 52nd with us resurfacing this and it's not addressing the drainage issue?
You need bigger
Drive through
tires.
flooded washes.
Listen, you're not Carfax.
Same.
So, as I said, there are projects in the pipelines.
I know they're in the
Choice of
pipeline,
word-
that's why I'm
Bad
just.
choice of words on that one, but the 52nd Street project is a surtax project that is now being reviewed, going through its paces of design, so forth and so on. That project is to address drainage. That's that's down the road a little bit. I don't want to put too much of a timeline on it, but it's down the road a little bit because we have to finish getting the design done and then have it actually the construction done. So this project right now is more for the aesthetics and the safety features on 52nd, as far as like making sure that the striping is visible for all drivers and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's what this piece is for.
Okay, for 52nd. Okay, so
Yes.
let's go to 48th and 36 because my street, I'm going to tell you right now, 36 floods. If
Yes.
you go over there right now, there's literally little tide pools going right down the center of the street where you could watch little tadpoles swimming, which is, all
It's the same on
environmentally cute and all that. Yeah, it's, it's an environmental science project. It's great to look
We
at.
have catfish over on our side.
Ooh, maybe I might want to bring your catfish over to get rid of my frogs. We'll talk about that.
At the restaurant up the road,
But
locally sourced.
yeah, so I have tidal pools in the center of my road, but then also on the top of that, I also have complete flooding on the edges to where we're having issues with the grass having mold and black slime and all that stuff because of the fact that the water is literally sitting there because of the way the road is.
Crowned.
Yes. So with this 1-inch milling that it's saying, is that going to exacerbate the problem? Is that just going to level it? Like, what are we doing? Because I know that the stormwater project, the stormwater master plan has it in there for like the next 3 to 4 years. So are we like, I just don't want to see us spending money to do something and not fix it. And the same thing with 48th. Now, the Complete Streets, West Park just did the Complete Streets project, and you guys just had to go put the pump out there to get the water out 2 days ago. So we now supposedly did a 1-foot grading on the swale and put new grass that did absolutely nothing because it's still flooding. Like, I just, how is this going to work? And then we're putting this new asphalt, and then is the asphalt going to wash away and just keep screwing up even more just because it's sitting in water?
It's a lot of questions, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to do my best to take them one at a time.
Okay.
On On your street in 36, that's a mill and resurface project. Part of the reason it's going to be mill and resurface as opposed to just blacktopped or anything of that nature was because if you recall that I believe it was FPL did some work there, and they had there's
They
an
underground the
unevenness-
utilities.
There's an unevenness there to that location.
Yeah, I got 2 new speed bumps.
Exactly, that you probably didn't ask for. So Josh is the owner. Josh and I were speaking. We're going to mill and resurface that 1 inch and try to get that crown a little bit better, a little bit more, so that it blends also and levels up with 48 that they just did. So when you come in and out of that area, it should
Well, I
be
didn't do anything on 48.
48.
Stupid. Other than
48, they just mill and
other than the
resurface.
grass.
Well,
No.
they mill and resurface the entirety of 48.
All right.
And so now your approach is a little bit on a sloped edge, so it will allow more water to come in. So we're going to try to crown it and actually turn more water out. We will see.
You gonna push it over that side?
We're going to see how successful it is, and I'll keep you posted.
Okay.
As far as 48th, they did do the swale project that you spoke of, and they did mill and resurface from County Line all the way up, and they actually crossed Hollandale Beach Boulevard, I believe, and started work on the north side of the road, if my memory serves me right. But what they did not do was any drainage underground. Not to my knowledge, they did.
They didn't do any of that.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
why
I
it's
thought that's what
completely
you-
flooded still,
Right,
and
so-
I'm just waiting for the asphalt to rise up.
Well, where the area where you saw us working, that is an exfiltration trench that had 2 French drains on each side of the road. So we were pumping it down, obviously, to relieve the flooding on that corner to make traveling a little bit easier for the residents, so forth. And it was successful to do so. But the work that they were doing was not done to address that. That job was done to address flooding from the perspective of regrading of the swales that was done to the southern end of 48th, which did work in this particular past storm of a couple of days ago, did work rather well because I traveled it myself, and it did not flood in the roadway as I understand it previously did. The water did capture on the swales as it should have, and then it drained away appropriately over the appropriate time frame. Up at the corner is where we were working, but there's no swale there in the same manner as down south. I think it is there's a curb, actually. There's a curb at the corner of Hollandale Beach Boulevard, right in front, right where 48 and Hollandale comes together. And because of that curb, I think it's a 3-inch or a 4-inch curb. Because of that curbing, you don't get the same runoff in the same way as you would with the swale down at the south end of 48. So that was relying on the underground exfiltration trench to carry the load of dealing with that water, which again has not been successfully managed over time to give it the best opportunity to get that water off in a faster opportunity. So that's why we were using the pump over there. The work that we're looking to do, again, with this item is more for the aesthetics and the safety aspects of the roadways in the town. The stormwater projects that you mentioned that are a part of the Stormwater Master Plan will address each of the areas that you mentioned appropriately when those projects come forward for approval.
Okay. So,
And once again, those are going to be a couple of years down the road, just so.
Yes, because many of the Stormwater Master Plan projects are not designed. Those that have been designed are moving forward for construction now, which are were deemed priority prior to my arrival, and those are the ones that we're trying to get done first. So as the finance director mentioned earlier about monies being put aside for design, some of it is relative to these projects that we're talking about right now that have to be designed and then subsequently constructed.
so we're gonna just have pretty flooded roads.
Yes.
Flooding is I would like to say this, flooding is a relative term in many ways because the standard, and I often bring this up as much as I can because I think we as a society have become a little bit jaded. The beauty of the process for stormwater management is more ingrained in how fast you recover than the fact that you have water gathering initially. Now, people don't like to believe that, but it's the truth because these storms hit so fast and so furious that there's very little engineering infrastructure that will keep you completely dry or keep you completely without any accumulation of water. But
So my car is for sale. Anybody want to buy it?
That's why we have bridges.
That's what I need to address is that every time I can tell you, we've had some food giveaways here. My car, the water is up halfway to the door. And so that's why I'm looking like, okay, we're going to resurface it for so much money, but yet my car's still going to be, the water's still going to be up to the door.
It's Florida.
Well,
About a lifted truck?
Yeah, put some,
My car's for sale. Is anyone interested in purchasing it? I will take a trade.
but there are mitigation strategies that we can look into to reduce the opportunity for those things occurring. And we are starting to look at those more aggressively here in the town with the team that we have. We're looking at these projects that we have coming on board that are going to improve those areas. And then the items that we can do operationally that'll help relieve that stress, if you will.
See, that's what I'm
will be
looking at from
implemented.
this. That's why I'm like, okay, y'all are putting some speed bumps in. I'm like, okay, can you just put a pipe on the side when you're doing this? I don't care where it goes. I just need it off the street so that we're not flooding and swimming down the street.
We will look into that. That was brought to me today, and I will look into it further and let you know how we can make that happen if it's possible.
I'm happy, Mr. Odom said we're breaking with the tradition of crowning the road here in Pembroke Park so the water run away from the drains instead of into the drains. I have trust in you. Thank you.
I appreciate that, so we'll get it done.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve on an amount not to exceed 276,500.
Yep.
Be sure you have an exit clause. It was great, his idea, to have this all county and spreading the projects out. But be sure you have an exit clause.
I don't think it's a full amount. It's per project, I think is what you have it as well.
He was giving it to all county paving. But he was talking about spreading projects out. Wait till one's done before you go to the second. Have an exit clause to where if you're not happy with what all county is doing.
Yeah. Well,
If you've done one project, you could go to another company.
yeah, and just, and I'll confirm, keep in mind, this is a piggyback off of a Hollandale Beach procurement, so we're constrained by whatever terms the city of Hollandale Beach agreed to. And I'm looking just generally, they do have convenience provisions. Yeah, generally Hollandale has convenience provisions.
The provision is in the Hollandale agreement.
We're good.
Question. How did you determine what streets needed milling? Because I think
Before you ask the
52nd
question,
was.
just know 13 minutes and 15.
Your
I
timing.
tried to listen. I tried to run through everything else really fast.
Hopefully David does not have any comments.
No, David doesn't have any comments today.
A motion to approve.
What question? That was my one last question.
And it's
How did you
30
decide which streets were going to be milled versus which ones weren't? Because
Well, let's have a motion.
I saw
Went over
was
that.
Just,
We did have a motion.
Yeah, we did.
you had a
Let's
motion?
vote on
I had
it.
the motion. I didn't hear the motion. You were entertaining
you
the motion
were-
and I cut you off.
Yeah, but he,
We need a motion.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, who's making a motion?
Oh, how much? 276?
I entertain a motion
See,
to
y'all don't have
approve
the motion.
$276,500 for 12.1. Thank you.
And for the record, the agreement can be terminated for convenience on 30 days' notice.
Noted.
Noted.
You did?
Motion?
You've been so
I'm not
fast,
making
you
a motion until
ladies.
somebody answers my question.
No. You,
See, I didn't get.
there's a prize for those 13 minutes.
Listen.
I'll open discussion after we entertain a motion.
I entertain a motion to approve
Item
12.1, 276,500.
I'll second.
Okay.
Discussion? Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So how did you determine which streets were going to get milled?
What was in
7
those
minutes,
cookies?
3
What
seconds.
was
You
in
got
those-
30 seconds.
We drove the town. I had Josh, the owner, meet me here out front. We got in the truck and we drove the entire town. We looked at every road in the town. We went from the west to the east, the north, and to the south. I wanted a comprehensive look at all the roads to see what he thought, from his professional opinion, of what the would be to get them back to the appropriate level of operability and what we look like. So on some of the roads, we can definitely see the deterioration due to potholes and scarring and different things, and we knew that road would need more work. That would be South Park Road, for example. But when we looked at 52nd, we didn't see the same level throughout 52nd like we saw throughout South Park Road. There is damage on 52nd, don't get me wrong, but it's not
very
to the
bumpy.
same. It's not to the same degree, so it's not going to need the same level of work. Mill and resurface.
Just cleaning it.
No. We are doing repairs on 52nd. There's going to be spot repairs for the most part. There's just more of that on South Park Road than on 52nd, and that's the difference between the pricing that you see.
Have you? I'm gonna take you in my car and let you go boop, 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 boop,
Anytime,
boop down 57.
anytime, ma'am. He's here. I can always adjust the work based on what the needs are. So if you find something that I missed, I'm welcome to ride with you and we can look at it.
Okay.
Let it be noted that we live at sea level.
Roll call.
Vice Mayor Kashem,
Said one.
Yes.
Please.
Acting Clerk Commissioner Morissette,
Yes.
Commissioner Mohammed,
Yes.
Clerk Commissioner Hodgkins,
Thank God, yes.
Mayor Jacobs. Motion carries.
Town Attorney,
I know my time is limited. I do have three very quick items, Mayor Commissioner, if I might.
you have 10 minutes, 5 seconds.
I could do that. One is just an update. You may recall your last commission meeting. The commission approved a license agreement with Westwind Contracting for the leasing of the vacant lot next to Channel 10. I just want to report that the agreement has been executed. Mr. Pelizzi has delivered the first annual payment. The item is recorded with the clerk's office, and we're moving in a very positive direction with regards to that relationship. I'd also like to just thank Commissioner Hodgkins for his assistance with that item.
Thank you.
With regards to
My commission check?
what's that?
Go get a commission.
The Inspector General's office issued two reports today. Just wanted to make the commission aware. Both of them were related, although they were separate and distinct. One of them had to do with a countywide compliance review as it relates to disclosure of gifts, particularly admission to charitable events provided by a municipality to its elected officials. The IG's office looked specifically at the 2023 and 2024 United Way Mayor's Gala. Over the course of several months, they issued a number of requests to various municipalities. Pembroke Park did not receive a request. I know quite a few cities did. I don't believe that ours did. A couple of individual election officials also received questionnaires from the IG's office. The IG essentially found there was a lot of inconsistency, a lot of discrepancy countywide with regard to the disclosure of gifts, again, particularly admission tickets to events, when they're provided to a elected official by the municipality they serve. There are some exceptions, but generally there are some disclosure requirements. I know we've talked about that before. Just wanted to put it on your radar, and we could talk about it individually on a case-by-case basis as if and when those needs to disclose arise. The other report they issued was related to similar issues involving the United Way Mayor's Gala, targeting specifically the city of Margate and 3 commissioners that they had found to be in violation of those disclosure requirements. Those are the only 3 individuals who were singled out in the report. The other report was a more general countywide directive and just compliance analysis. The other item I wanted to mention is more of a personal item as it relates to my office and our relationship with the town. I had mentioned a month or two ago that our office was available if anybody needed ethics training hours, just to ensure that each member of the commission had sufficient opportunity to satisfy the requirement both under the county ethics code and under state law. I mentioned it at a public meeting, either under a workshop or one of the regular meeting town attorney reports. About a week or 10 days ago, I got an email from the vice mayor asking if I would set up some ethics training, which I was certainly happy to do, happy to accommodate. I sent an email to each of you looking to set up a scheduled training for this past Monday, September 8th. The vice mayor had since canceled that opportunity, knowing that there was some chances through the Florida League of Cities and through the Inspector General's office, I believe, to get training elsewhere. My office, of course, has no issue providing ethics training at any point in time. We've done that over a number of years. But Commissioner Hodgkins raised a very good point to me that I was glad he brought to my attention. You know, of course, when my office comes in, I mean, you know, there's a cost associated with that. We don't have any issue providing that training. We're certainly happy to do it. But I was a little unclear when I got the inquiry from the vice mayor because I had brought the issue to the commission. There was no objection. We were happy to schedule the training, but I didn't know if it would just be one member of the commission, 2 members of the commission, a majority of the commission. So I just wanted to get a sense from the commission as to what the expectation is if I get such a request from any one of you.
The reason I brought that forward was due to the fact that you could do this online in the comfort of your own home. You don't really have to come here and do it. And it saves the town probably $1,000 or whatever an attorney's fee would be for the 3 or 4 hours for the 4 hours, and so that's the reason I brought it to Jacob to discuss this evening.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. I actually thought it was a very valid point that the commissioner raised. Just one caveat or one comment: 2 hours can be done online. 2 hours have to be live or in person. But again, the Broward League of Cities and our office presents through the Broward League of Cities, the Florida League of Cities, the Inspector General's office. I mean, there's ample opportunity over the course of a year. If any member of the commission finds as the year winds down and there are no more opportunities for training at no cost to the town, I'm of course always happy to step in and ensure that you each have the opportunity to get those hours. But when I got the request, I was a little unclear how to respond, just given the issue I just described.
Just to fix this problem going forward, just be more detailed out. It's simple fix.
Fine. So anyways, I appreciate it. I just wanted to bring it to the commission's attention, but I do appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Jacob.
Thank you. With 5 minutes and 24 seconds left. Town manager.
Okay, I'll be very brief. I need a motion. It's not a legal requirement. As you know, I've been trying to bring to any participation in events. The Jewish Law Enforcement Association event is November 6th. The silver sponsorship includes a table, and I'm going to be communicating with you to see who can attend. But I'd like to get a motion and a second and a passage for approval. It's not a legal requirement. As you know, I've been trying to bring these to the commission for approval on a regular basis.
What is the amount?
It's $2,800, including all the tickets at the table.
I'll entertain a motion to approve law enforcement,
Jewish Law Enforcement
Jewish Law Enforcement
Association event on November 6th.
as stated.
Thank you.
Second it.
No, I need a first.
First.
I'll make a motion as stated.
I second.
I guess the whole commission just, roll call. Did you figure out who the first and second was?
Yes.
Okay.
Commissioner Mohammed,
Yes.
Mayor Jacobs,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kashem,
Yes.
Clerk Commissioner Hodgkins.
Yes.
Acting Clerk Commissioner Morissette.
Yes.
Motion carries.
And that's a perfect example, Mayor. After that event, if any members of the commission attend, there may be a disclosure associated with that. I'm happy to discuss it.
Our town clerk's been on that.
Thank you.
What?
Nothing.
I'm sorry.
Doing great.
I'm doing great, but what is the?
On the gift.
Oh yeah, I already.
Yep, she's on it. So,
We discussed it. Thank you.
see, I talked good about her, and look what happens. All right. Anything else?
Just briefly, I want to have
briefly.
our building official, Emmanuel Banagovi, stand up for a minute. The reason you see those bags under his eyes, for the first time in 2 years, all plan reviews in the town of Pembroke Park are current. Congratulations. And that- Yeah, nothing further.
All right. Commissioner Mohammed.
Nope.
Commissioner Morissette.
You got anything?
Anything you want to say?
Well, no, I want to do it when we're further down the road, but I am thoroughly impressed of all the red tape we have to go through for the solar program, but I'll keep you posted.
Okay. Commissioner Hodgkins.
None.
Commissioner Kashem.
I'd like to thank you, James, for the wonderful presentation, and thanks again for this times like before the time we are ready for the budget. Thank you.
He's the best.
Yes.
All right. I'll be brief because I'm down to 2 minutes and 38 seconds. First, I want to thank the Public Works staff and Mr. Odoms, the flooding and town manager for all the pumps that we have. They were quick to respond. We've done this so many times around here. They were on it and took care of the flooding and helped out around the town with that massive rainstorm that we continually get around here. So I want to take a moment to say thank you to you and your staff. There are 2 type ratings as a pilot that I want is a lighter than air to fly blimp. I've always wanted to do it for some reason. There are very few that do it. But now I think I want to get my paint striping truck certification just to add to it because it sounds kind of fun. So we'll look at that down the road, Mr. Odoms. All right. Going forward, we have a special magistrate hearing Wednesday, September 17, 2025 at 9 a.m. Second budget hearing will be Wednesday, September 24, 2025 at 6 p.m. A special commission meeting will be on Wednesday, September 24, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. And a workshop commission meeting Wednesday, September 24, 2025 at 7 p.m. or as soon as special meeting is completed. Regular commission meeting will be October 15th at 7 p.m. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All right. We had 1 minute and 20 seconds to spare, Chief.